Hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Itwan Tracy. Today I want to share more light about how unforgiveness can ruin your relationship with God. Yeah, it does. It does affect your relationship with God. And today God has a word for you. If you are holding grudges against people, you need to watch this video because God has a word for you. Unforgiveness can separate you from God. And I'm going to be using myself and my story as an example. Stay tuned. So a week ago, I had an issue with my dad, and so it was so tense that I promised myself I will never be cordial with him. That I will never be in a position where we'll be laughing and talking together. Before we move on, I want to share something with you. You stand to lose your relationship with God if you refuse to forgive other people. Like it is dependent on your relationship with God. It's so difficult because how we forgive people has a lot to do with how God will forgive us. And so, if you're holding grudges and you're holding unforgiveness towards people, I really want to advise you to let it go. So, yeah, back to the story. Okay, throughout last week, I noticed something was very off, something was very strange, something was weird about my prayer last week. It was so dry and so uncomfortable and so ugly. Praying was so difficult. Even when I tried to pray, I felt like everywhere was dry. The presence of God was not there. Every time I pray, it's something very common with me. I would always feel the presence of God. But as of last week, there is nothing. And I thought to myself, okay, maybe this is another strategy of the devil to, you know, trouble my prayer life and all of it. At the point I said, God, I think you're angry with me. But I don't know what I've done to you, but I think you're angry with me. I don't know why I can feel your presence and why you're not answering my questions because this is very unlike you. And throughout last week, God kept me quiet. Then yesterday, God called me to His presence. God said to me, "Go and pray." And I wanted to say no at first because I know how my prayer has been throughout this week. Tough. It was so difficult. I tried to focus. My mind just keep every two minutes. My mind jumps out. Okay, when you find difficult to focus. I'm a kind of person that is so coordinated in prayer. When I decide to pray, my whole focus is on God. But throughout last week, it was difficult to focus on God for like 5 seconds. The moment I tried to focus on Him, the next thing I remember, my food. The next thing I remember, the message that He sent me on WhatsApp. The next thing I'm remembering the hairstyle I want to make. My mind was just traveling here and there, here and there, here and there. I was starting to feel focused, and then when I closed my eyes, God said something to me that blew my mind. Seriously, blew my mind. He said to me, "Unforgiveness hindered my presence from you throughout this week." I had no idea. God said, when you hold grudges against people, you hinder me from you. I cannot dwell in you when you hold grudges against people. And that really blew my mind. And I was like, okay, God, I'm sorry. Like, I never saw it happening this way. Okay. I never saw it happening this way. And it was done on me that I had to let go. It was really done on me that I had to drop it all. I just never saw God responding to me that way or treating me that way. I never knew that He would stay far away from me. God said, I can't dwell in you when you hold grudges. And that has taught me to like let go of every grudges I'm holding against people. So if you are holding grudges against people, you need to drop it. You cannot entertain the presence of God when you're holding grudges against people. The Holy Ghost cannot dwell in you, He cannot operate, He cannot move, and you may just leave yourself open for attacks. So yes, try your best to let go. And I hope this video does convince you to not hold grudges. Admit that someone must have offended you, but still try your best to let go. Do not hold grudges for days, for months against people. It's not a language of the spirit. God does not entertain such character. And I pray that God helps you to let go of all grudges without feeling like it's an obligation or it's something that you're forced to do. I pray that God gives you a spirit that helps you to let go so that you don't do it out of a responsibility or out of something that God said you must do, but instead you do it willingly and understandably. Please, if you enjoyed this video, please like and follow and drop a comment. I will appreciate it. And I hope you enjoyed this video.